official function. We shall now have our self-introductions.
To Parliament of Uganda, and Commissioner and the team from Parliament, you're all most welcome. The Fourth Estate, our best friends, you're all most welcome for this function, short function that we are going to have, where we are going to perform our constitutional obligation. Under Section 31(7) of the Leadership Code, Act 202, it requires IG and its deputies to declare assets, liabilities, incomes to the Speaker of Parliament. We are gathered here to fulfill the requirement of the law in furtherance to accountability and transparency. I thank you for complying with the constitutional obligation by ensuring that you come here and we perform what we are supposed to do as Parliament, and you as IG, who are our staff anyway. It's a very crucial thing that we must always be accountable to the people who gave us these jobs, and we must be transparent. I don't see why people should continue hiding whatever they have in other people's name. If I have a property which is in my name, it is mine, and if I can account for where it came from, I should be able to do that. The cost of accountability is very, very important in good governance. If we can be able to make sure that we make everybody accountable for what he or she has, we will be reducing corruption in the country. We appreciate really what you go through and what you are doing for the country. You are holding everybody accountable for whatever they have and whatever they get from wherever. I want to reiterate our commitment as Parliament of Uganda that we will always support you, and we believe in the rule of law and constitutionalism. We will support you in whatever you're doing as IG in terms of your budgets. We know you're constrained with the staff. Now you're going into declaration. In the declaration, you'll go down up to the local level. But because you don't have enough staff, you don't have money to recruit staff, you find that you may end up getting backlog. But as Parliament, as we go into the budgeting process, we want to make a commitment that will ensure that you work well and will facilitate you financially. Today, in compliance with the Section 4(1) of the Leadership Code Act, I will declare my incomes, my assets, and my liabilities to IG. Ladies and gentlemen, I will also request the members of Parliament and the staff of Parliament and civil servants, public servants, to do the same. Declare your assets, your income, and your liabilities, so that we know what we have, who has what. This is a part of the accountability we are talking about, a part of transparency we are talking about. As public servants, we hold these offices in trust. And because we hold them in trust, we are duty-bound to make the public know what we are doing, what we have, and what is expected of the public from us. And as you know very well, the corruption which is here today has become a vice. It is a vice like homosexuality. So this vice must be stopped, must be reduced by us being accountable to our people, accountable to IG, so that IG is aware what is in the country. We need to know what is our net worth. Me, I'm going to declare all my liabilities and the assets. I really want to urge all the members of Parliament, all the staff, all the public servants, that from today onwards, you should be able to declare your income, assets, and liabilities as per the Leadership Code Act. And based on that, I am now going to do it. But failure to do that For those who are not doing it, that will be a breach. You know what it means. Remember the case of Luchamusi. It's not a good thing for you to not to declare. For me, I'm declaring, and I should be in good books with you. I therefore call everybody outside there to do the declarations.
And members of Parliament, my colleague, Honorable Deputy IGG, Mrs. Anne Muheire, and the technical team from the IG and members of the Fourth Estate, the media. Good morning to you all. Good morning again. Good morning. Thank you. It's indeed our great pleasure to be here, to be received by the Right Honourable Speaker of Parliament. And on my behalf, and on behalf of the Honourable Inspector General of Government, Honourable Betty Kamia Turomwe, I have led a delegation of myself and my colleague, Mrs. Anne Muheire, and a select team of technical staff of the Inspectorate. We bring apologies from Honorable IGG, who was not able to make it here today. She lost her relative, but however, her declaration will be able to be submitted today because she completed it as well. Right Honorable Speaker of Parliament, I would like to thank you very much for complying with the legal requirement of the law and declaring publicly here. And we are pleased to inform you that as the Inspectorate of Government leadership, we are here today also to fulfill our constitutional obligation under Chapter 3 and 14 of the Constitution. We are here as leaders of the Inspectorate of Government to declare our incomes, assets and liabilities to you, the Speaker of Parliament, as required by Section 31(7) of the Leadership Code Act. We have to be walking the talk. We have to walk in the light and encourage leaders out there to declare their assets, their incomes and liabilities. As the Inspectorate of Government, we are charged with a constitutional mandate to supervise the enforcement of the Leadership Code Act. And the Leadership Code Act provides minimum standard of behavior and conduct of leaders and public officers. It requires leaders to declare their assets within 3 months of assuming office or positions of leadership, and every 2 years in the month of March. Right Honourable Speaker, last week we were in Lira to launch the declaration period, and the third Deputy Prime Minister, Honourable Nakadama, was there. She launched it and also declared publicly. So we take note that declaration is a vital tool in the prevention of corruption, detection of illicit enrichment, and conflict of interest. It also helps us to be able to monitor and ensure that all entrusted power and authority vested upon leaders and public servants is not abused. And therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, we are here basically to fulfill that constitutional obligation, and we are going to continue creating more awareness out there so that all the leaders get to know their responsibility, because they have to comply with the requirement of the law. I would like to thank you for your commitment as Parliament to continuously support the Inspectorate of Government to help us do our work better, because without that support, we are not able to move. We require the resources to be able to conduct verifications after these declarations, because we are expected to receive over 34,000 declarations from the leaders, and those declarations will require verifications at the end of the day. Otherwise, thank you very much. I hereby also now will log in and declare publicly, and my colleague will also do likewise, which is a symbol, a sign that we are leading by example, and would like all other leaders to emulate us and be able to do likewise. Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker, and your team for facilitating this exercise to happen. Thank you.